So you guys say something real quick. Make sure I'm not overpowering you.
Perfect. Just half an hour of that.
Does it work?
Hi everyone, and welcome to the first SPRUE CREW podcast. I'm here with IC Art Model Kits and Sculpts and Easy Company Gaming and Collectibles.
Hello.
And I'm Sam from Model Chili Scale Models. I thought we'd start with just a quick introduction. Sorry, we're jumping the gun a bit there, but yeah.
You know,
so,
it's our first podcast. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't have to be polished.
That's Ian over there. So, if you guys just want to say a quick hi and what you're doing here, and we'll get started.
Well, we just waited for Easy for like an hour.
Well, I warned you.
You warned us.
I'm the Big Easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what this is our basically our first podcast we've been trying to get up. What we're gonna do is talk about customizations, Bandai kits, World War II kits, anything that can be customized and custom painted, all kinds of stuff. What was that?
Like 1/6 scale, like 1/12 scale, that kind of thing. Because I know that you do some 1/12 scale easy.
I do a lot of 1/12 scale as far as figures go, but I know you, Ian, and Model Chile, you guys do more of the customizations. That I do a little bit of it, but I haven't stepped into the realm of Ian and Model Chile over there. They're insane.
Well, to be fair, you did kind of inspire me to start customizing these Stormtrooper figures, Clone Troopers and Stormtroopers.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I remember that with the Shock Trooper.
The Shock Trooper and Commander Gree, I think it was.
Yeah, Commander Gree.
Because before that, I'd built just the normal Bandai Stormtrooper, the Shore Trooper. And then once I saw your videos, I thought, well, I might give that a go. Those look really awesome, and yeah, I've been doing it ever since.
Well, that's quite nice to know. I'm an inspirational
and then
fellow.
I thought I'd share that with you.
And then, like, for me, I kind of just fed off of both of you guys, and then I was like, I'm going to add Clay to my stuff.
And now he's doing a lot better than me on YouTube. You know what? That's just 2 years on YouTube. Nobody cares about me anymore.
Oh, my God.
Oh, come on. You're doing all right.
Come on. Yours is good.
But you are focusing on the Hot Toys and
I started moving over
Black
to
Series and
Hot Toys and Black Series and everything figure-wise as far as Star Wars goes. Like today was Force Friday too. I don't know if you guys picked up anything. I haven't heard about you guys picking up anything, but I picked up.
Well, it was yesterday for me, of course. But yeah, I went and had a look at all the Lego sets, and we don't seem to have many of the Black Series stuff over here yet. It's mainly just Lego,
oh, really?
And none of that's really. I'm sure we'll get here. Oh, go on. Sorry.
No, you're fine. For me, basically, because I used to enjoy the Black Series, but then once I got the Bandai model kits, that kind of spoiled it for me a little bit, just because the Bandai kits are just so good,
detailed.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I didn't go out or anything on for Force Friday, but I did see the post that Sam posted on the Google Plus community page.
Yeah, but all those Bandai new model kits, but they're all to me they're all remakes and reprints.
That's one thing I really wanted to talk about with the new Bandai kits, which is kind of disappointing.
Really disappointing.
Yeah, I agree. It's ridiculous. I think. I mean, honestly, I don't know like about you guys, but I think just more Clone Wars stuff would be so good right now, because especially right now, since Star Wars is a big thing, it seems like everyone's wearing Clone Wars, but no one's giving it to us.
Yeah,
and I don't get it.
Just the new Stormtrooper that came out with, like, it'll probably just come with black decals to make him black and give him a new stick with a buzz thing, and they're calling it this new thing. I mean, well, it's kind of the movie's fault, because the movies are persuaded to market differently each movie so that their toy industry can be alive. And that's probably that's Bandai and all these other companies must follow that. So I guess you can blame it on Disney. But I mean, I wish they would push for the prequel. I mean, the prequels.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we've had quite a few new designs for the Last Jedi, most of which are have got quite mixed reception.
Very controversial. Yeah.
Yeah, the new Star Destroyer, the new gorilla type walker,
the pizza slice.
And
then you have Snoke's Mega Super Star Destroyer.
Yeah,
I saw that today.
It's 37 miles wide. Really?
It's like a cross between the Super Star Destroyer and Padme's Naboo starship.
You know what it looks like is those I can't remember what kind of planes there, but there's those like black planes.
It's a
used by the military, and they get like really high up, like almost into space kind of thing. That's what that reminded me of.
The B2 Spirit.
The B2.
The bombers. Yeah. It's a new stealth
Just
plane.
because it's like a giant like triangle, except not like the normal triangle that we're used to for Star Destroyers. It's like elongated sideways. It's just so weird looking.
But I really love the Gorilla Walkers. I think those are pretty good. Like I think they're gonna be pretty sick. Like I'm waiting for a Bandai kit. I don't really favor the vehicles because I don't have room in my collection that I can have love for vehicles in my mind and heart. But I would love to see people and how they do up these vehicles, especially like some on our community page. Travis Paschal.
Oh, they're crazy.
Travis Paschal. That guy.
Oh my word. He's insane.
Everybody, but that guy is just going all out with... I want to see him start doing, like, big dioramas and, like, going larger. He's doing water. Yeah. He's doing all that. So I'm like, I want to see how these guys do it. It's going to be sick.
Pretty impressive, yeah.
Yeah, he's doing some cool stuff over there.
Yeah, we've had some really impressive...
Then you have the other guy, Gobdabber. Yeah, you have the other guy. He's over there sticking LED lights and microscopic mice and painting his little X-Wings. And I'm just like... What are you doing? Like, go get paid somewhere else.
Stop that.
It's like the guy in the gym. He's already buff. He's worked. He's like super strong. You're like, just go home, dude. No. I'm not being rude, but I'm just saying they're super good. I wish I can. I wish I can have the time and get like that, and like you would.
It's very impressive.
Yeah. Well, but what's really just going back to the Bandai kits for a second, what really baffles me is they've pretty much re-released the Millennium Falcon, but apparently it's going to have corrected sidewalls, right? Whereas before they were mirrored on each side, whereas technically it's supposed to be different on each side. So they've corrected that.
I did not know that.
And re-released the kit.
And they've X-Wing, right? X-Wings, right? Resistance.
They've re-released Poe's X-Wing, the Falcon, the blue Resistance X-Wing, C-3PO R2-D2, pretty much all exactly the same kits that we've had before. Phasma, who's chrome-plated now with a spear stick type of thing.
Now I know the new SH Figuarts Phasma has been chromed out, where it was like more of a matte finish. I'm more of the figures.
Oh, yeah.
You guys know more kits. But
so there's so many re-releases going on. Where's the Walker? Where's the Star Destroyer? Where's the new black BB-8? Where's the new Red Guard? The Red Guard guys. I mean, hopefully they'll release it later.
Those Praetorian guards look like
I think the Praetorian guards
they
sweet.
look like perfect Bandai kits. I mean, just the the abstract design of them makes for perfect Bandai kit. I strongly see that coming our way. And SH Figuarts, I think they're releasing each Praetorian Guard like September, October, November, December, like somewhere along those lines, one each month. So hopefully we get a Bandai kit with that.
But I've seen some videos of the Revell Last Jedi sets appearing on YouTube. I've seen the Walker and Kylo Ren's TIE Silencer, I think it's called.
Yeah, Silencer.
It's basically like what we had with Rogue One, where they're basically toys that you put together, with buttons and lights.
But the thing is about Revell, I don't really like their level of design and engineering. It really doesn't go the way... Like, if you look at the Bandai Grievous kit, that is a mastery of engineering. How do you come up with something like that? How do you make it into a kit you can easily assemble, have fun with it? I mean, there were some points in the neck, like where the ends joints won't pop in the correct place, but still, it was just a fascinating figure. Like I got like Sam, you remember the Revel Venator? To me, that was kind of like they could have made it pop. You know what I mean?
I think it was, for what it was quite, like, the detail it had was quite sharp and well defined. I mean, I agree it could have had a little bit more detail, but I think compared to some of the other Revell stuff, I think it was actually quite good. One of the better ones I've seen, for sure.
I think Bandai needs to hop on that prequel ships and get more Imperial Star Destroyers, like larger scale ones. Because I was looking at the Zvezda one, which is pretty much Revel kit, but the Zvezda, I think it's 1 in 2700 size.
Yeah.
But
Bandai's choice of figures is really intriguing. I'd really like to know why they decide on some figures. And like, you've got the Battle Droid and the Step, and there's another set with 2 Battle Droids in it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Where's the Super Battle Droid? You know, people would go nuts over that thing.
Yeah,
that'd be absolutely amazing, especially if they did like a jump trooper, like a jump Super Battle Droid, like they're going to have in Battlefront 2, and that they had in the Clone Wars series. Like that would be so cool.
They are offering the SH Figure Arts Super Battle Droid on display somewhere in Tokyo soon. So but it's been on display for years, I think, for now, and they still have not released it. Along with Obi-Wan is still in the shadows and a couple other figures, but I don't know. I think they're just hiding it because you have to space them out to make that money.
And just talking about all these, this was one thing I wanted to kind of ask you guys about, just kind of on the spot. What do you think would be like? What is like your top 2, top 3, like most, like if you could have Bandai make any model kit, like what do you think it would be?
B-Wing.
A B-Wing? That's a good one.
That would be sweet.
See, I'm not more into, you guys are like vehicle, like I've seen Chili make some vehicles look like it's real metal. Like the tanks, you did that Fury tank, remember that Sherman?
Yeah.
The mud.
I remember.
Yeah, the mud on the tracks and all that kind of stuff going on. I was like, I wish I can do that. Like, because you can make metal look like metal. For me, I'm more the figure. I want to make a good figure, and that's a good question. I want to know what I'd like to see.
Well, I would say, for me, the B-Wing, and, you know, I could go back to the figures and easily say Commander Cody.
Oh, yes.
For me, I think figure-wise, I think it would have to be Republic Commando, because you can do so much with that.
Forgot about those guys.
You can do like Delta Squad, you could do Omega Squad, you can do like just random ones, you could do Gregor, you can basically just kind of go wild with that, especially with the paint jobs, because like even in the storylines, they were so much more free with the paint jobs than the regular clone troopers were. It seemed like that's the impression I got.
Yeah.
And so you can make some really cool designs with those guys, and I think that would be like one of my top. I think that would be like my first one. I'm not sure about a second, but I think that would be like if I could have any Bandai kit, it would be a Republic Commando. I think that would be sweet.
I wonder if the Bandai kits would start to, like, you know, like a Rebel Trooper or something, something generic like that. I wonder if they're going to start wanting to go into plastic molds, like with humans.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, that's one thing I really hope they do.
Because I thought they were steering away from lifelike people, but then they went and did Yoda,
and Yoda looks amazing.
Yeah,
like the detail on Yoda is insane. Yeah, it's crazy. Like just all the wrinkles and all that.
When you paint it like you do, I saw Ian's, the skin tone. Some people paint it celery green and just kind of ruins it. But if you know how to paint it, you can make a Bandai kit look just as good as a Hot Toys. Because that's one thing I had a problem with. Hot Toys was charging $200 for a 4-inch figure, $220 with shipping. And then you have Bandai giving you the 1/6 scale and 1/12 scale for about $40. Now you can get it for like $32. And that's what I was like, you know what? I'm a Hot Toys freak, but when it comes to this, I'm like, no way. I'll just paint me up some. So, I'm not that horrible, and I just paint up the Bandai kit, and like I saw Ian put real hair on the thing. I was like, son, like where did that come from? I was like, oh. God.
I don't remember where I saw it. I think I saw it maybe on Instagram or on a different YouTube video, and I saw a guy do it, and I was like, that is a genius idea. And but I did it a little bit differently, just because on the model kit, when you got the hair, because it's two pieces, you got like the face piece that's connected to the ears, and then the back of the head, which is like the hair and the back of the neck. And when you put those pieces together, there's like a definite line where the hair begins and where it ends. There's no like blend. So I wanted to blend it and kind of make it look like it was a receding hairline rather than just like a cutoff.
Look at this
so
guy.
What was it that you used? Was it just cotton
balls?
Wool?
Was it?
I just took a Q-tip, just a cotton swab, and I just started ripping it apart. And then what I did is I took some Gorilla Glue and brushed it on the spots I wanted, and I just laid it down and just kind of brushed it the way I wanted it, and it turned out pretty well, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely gives it that.
And
much more of a 3D.
You guys should talk about how you guys weather your stuff, because the way you guys weather and the way you guys do your paint apps is just incredible. I mean, this is where I kind of calm down and you guys kind of come up, because the way you guys make stuff look, like they've actually gone through war and back. Like Chili's first Stormtrooper, I actually just Googled Bandai kits. I just straight up Googled Bandai kits Star Wars. And I see Chili's Stormtrooper. Where'd it go?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I see Chili's Stormtrooper with the death count on his forearm and all that.
Yeah.
It's just
that was a big hit. That was a huge hit, I think. I think really, in a lot of ways, like I don't want to say that we're all at the forefront of this, because people have been doing this before we have.
Oh yeah, like that Travis.
I definitely think that we've tapped into something that is kind of unusual and hasn't really been tapped into before. And I think that it started out, like I came along after you guys, but I think the model kits started out with you two, and then the three of us together, and it's cool because it's just this thing that where all these people are like-minded, because you see like different channels and forums and stuff online, and there's like several different little communities, but it seems like we've been able to start pulling people together.
Exactly, yeah.
Like from everywhere, which is really cool, I think.
Yeah, like we have guys using LED. Go ahead, Sam. I'm talking too much.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say it's like you say, and it's definitely something that's been around for a while, and there's a lot of online communities that have been doing that stuff, but they haven't necessarily been putting it on YouTube. I think that's the kind of the difference.
And just And our community, I thought when I saw Chili and Ian, I was like, paint apps is as far as we can go. Then Ian started doing his clay molds, and I was like, what the heck? Like I was wondering, how did you make that the Stormtrooper on Jeddah, the Jeddah Patrol? Remember his backpack? I was like, how did you even get? They don't even make 1/12 scale. And then I was like, wait a minute. He said he sculpted it, and I was like, dang, they can sculpt too. Then I was like, I want to do that. And then you have these guys on the community page. Now this guy, like that Travis guy, he's doing his whole entire dioramas with water. And I'm like, water? I mean, it's molded water, of course, but the thing looks so amazing. Yeah. And then you have the other guy. Now he's adding LEDs and microscopic paint apps, and like, I'm like, there's so many areas we've brought together in just a small community that.
And it's a healthy community. Yeah. Like it's literally a community that posts every single day. And I've been like looking at YouTube stuff for probably like 3 years now, just on and off, like researching, doing all kinds of stuff.
And I think
I've never seen a community like the one that we've got, where people are continuously like it's not just like a spurt where there's a lot and then it dies down.
Every day
it keeps going.
Every day there's a topic, and it's just something new.
And that's like for like content creators like us, that's priceless.
I think the
that's so useful, and it's so helpful to get feedback from people all the time like that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've been model building since the late 80s probably.
Really?
And yeah, I mean back then we have, you know, I mean I was only a kid at the time, but back then we didn't. The model building was just you and your mates. You know, you didn't know what else the world was doing unless you bought magazines, which were like months or years old. And so it was
expensive.
Behind. Yeah. But from my experience, I found the model building community in general, not just our community, but all of the other YouTube channels and all of the other websites and forums, it's just super encouraging and positive. And coming from my first experience in running a YouTube channel was gaming, you know, like a lot of people do, and there's a lot of negativity.
I think the reason for that, for like the gaming negativity, because I've done that too. Me and a couple friends, like I think like 3 times we tried to do like gaming channels, and they just didn't work. And I think what the thing about gaming channels is that there's so many of them.
Exactly.
So many of them out there that people's tastes are really refined, and I feel like that they don't really want to feel like their time is wasted by someone that's new when they could go just watch someone that's at like 5 million subscribers.
That's where I started off. I started off as the gaming channel. That's my title. It's Easy Company Gaming and Collectibles. And then I was really into Star Wars, and the way I got in figure kits and models and hot toys is because when I was young, I used to love just having things out of the movie because I feel like I can relive it just by posing it. And I'm not more so playing with it when I was a kid. I just like posing at it and staring at it. So
exactly. Lately, same thing with me is just looking at the detail. That's why I've been detail,
so Hot Toys
very detail oriented.
Crazy, because Hot Toys makes things like insanely good. And when I saw Black Series start to shoot up, my first figure was a Shock Trooper from Battlefront, and a Walmart exclusive, and that one struck it for me. I started making videos, and I got more views than gaming, so I was converted all the way to figure reviews, and now I'm like full-on figure reviews and stuff. So that's how I switched over, and I got into collecting probably 2 years ago, a year ago or so, was whenever that came out. But
it's I just find the model community, it's just awesome being a part of. I mean, seeing other people's work and being inspired, and then being able to share that with everyone else. It's quite.
And the cool thing is, the cool thing I think is also because people will give you creative criticism, which is really a valuable thing. That's good. But the cool thing is that you can get people out there, they'll just tell you that your stuff is crap if you do something, if you look at them wrong, much.
I've had people tell me you look
like
a kid who's straight from an Indian sweatshop, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah. I think I got this one comment once, and I wanted to be kind of mad, but I couldn't just because it was just so bizarre. One of the guys, like someone commented on a video at one point, and they just said, "Has anyone noticed how long his thumbs are?" And I wanted to be annoyed, but I was like, that comment is so bizarre.
Hey, I think I talk about your thumbs being cute.
Yeah, then when you said that, I thought that was just like the funniest thing ever, because I was like, no way. Oh my gosh.
But I get anyone familiar with my videos would have probably seen it, but I get so many comments of people saying, "Oh, you sound just like Django Fett," or "You sound just like the clones."
Wait a minute.
I mean that's 99% the accent, I'm sure.
Oh wait. Do a impression like.
Oh, I'm not gonna.
No, come on, do
Putting
it.
me on the spot now.
You got to do it. Wait. As you wish.
I did
do
one.
It, do it.
No, I did one in my my 501st.
I think I remember
clone
that.
Trooper. When Bale confronts the clones, and what did he say? It was something like
it's time for you to leave.
Yeah. Sorry, sir. It's time for you to leave. But I can't hear it. I mean, to me, it sounds nothing like them. So
because you're yourself. If you kind of muffle your voice and kind of radio it up with editing.
Yeah.
Ooh, son. Watch out. What's his name? Tamora Morrison? He's going to be out of a job.
There's been a rebellion. Everything's under control.
Oh, I got
Something
this.
Like that.
I gotta look it up. I got this one comment that I found pretty humorous. It was the one where I actually showed my face on YouTube, which by the way, I was not trying to make that a big deal at all, but
that was so sudden.
Out.
I almost had a heart attack. I was like, "Oh my god, face reveal!"
It was like one of those reveals in movies that have been building up, and then it just happens, and you're not expecting it.
To me, to me that was more exciting than Kylo Ren when he took off his helmet. I was like, that's a bigger reveal than that movie, but.
Because I was thinking, I was like, there's so many huge face reveal things out there, and I was kind of feeling self-conscious about it because I was like, I don't know, I've seen it go both ways before, and then I was like, I'm not even going to acknowledge it. I'm just going to do it. Just going to see what happens. And oh man, I have to find this comment. This guy said something that was. It was funny.
Well, all right. Well, you find that. I'm going to ask, what do you think is going to happen to Kylo Ren? Because there's been some sort of hints that he might start fighting against the Resistance. Not the Resistance.
I hope not.
First Order.
I kind of want a plot twist because Kylo Ren to me is the biggest puss cake evil guy you can get. He's weak.
Oh, I found the comment.
Weak at heart. Okay, you can go ahead.
The guy, this person, AJ, shout out to him. He's pretty awesome. AJ Driver. He said, "You look kind of like Cillian Murphy."
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I had never thought of that before. And I was like, I can see a slight resemblance, but I had never thought of that before.
All you need to do is slick your hair to the side and then wear a sack over your head.
Exactly.
Become Scarecrow.
Exactly. Just kind of, wave my head back and forth and get the loose hairs.
Yep.
But anyways, I interrupted.
Yeah, so we're speculating on The Last Jedi, I suppose.
Oh, yeah. And I think because Anakin's Force Ghost is supposed to be in this movie. So,
really?
Yep. And he's supposed to be half Vader and half Anakin. So
I've not heard this.
Mm-hmm. So he's gonna supposedly he's in this movie because Hayden Christensen appeared at the 40th anniversary celebration. He was with Mark Hamill, and then when they asked him like, "How is it with your life in Star Wars?" He's like, "My life with Star Wars is still very much alive and it's still happening." So you're like, "Wait a minute!" And he was spotted at the production studio where they film. So. This thing leads because Kylo Ren is obsessed with Vader, and then if he gets to see his Force Ghost and him and Vader or Anakin talk or something, that I think maybe, and then you see the toys, Rey and Finn and I think Poe Dameron BB-8 are in what I think is that big giant B-2 bomber looking ship of Snoke. They end up with Snoke, and Snoke is supposed to have a lightsaber. I don't know where Luke is going to fit in all of this, but Kylo Ren wasn't there. I don't know what's going to go on with that, but I think Kylo Ren might have a different outlook on things because they said it's going to be bigger than the line where Darth Vader said, "Luke, I'm your father." Now, who the heck is going to beat that line? Like,
yeah,
you can't just beat something like that with this new Disney movies that's coming out and trying to hype it up. And so I don't know.
Yeah, they're definitely.
They really have to.
It seems like they're trying to toy with things, and I don't know. I feel a little nervous about it because I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of The Force Awakens. It was okay from just like it was entertaining.
Yeah,
but
I didn't
the
like
storyline bugs me a little bit.
I just liked it because it had.
I have some hope for The Last Jedi because I feel like they are tapping into something that's different.
Now, Ian.
But I just hope it's not too different.
Ian, do you have a new hope for this one? Get it?
I do. I do. One thing, oh my gosh, one thing I really hope though is that Luke Skywalker actually does something in this movie.
I hope he has a saber. Bring on the figures.
Mark
that was like the most easy job that like. Sorry. Go ahead.
Just going to say, Mark Hamill was quite upset with his character's direction, wasn't he? Well, not upset, but not quite.
I think he said.
What did he say?
I think he was really like. He didn't like it at first, but I think he said that he started growing into it, and he started thinking like, okay, like this is definitely a different turn, but one that works.
So does Luke go bad? Is that the question?
I don't know. What I hope is that, like, say there's like a fight and there's like Rey fighting Kylo or fighting the Knights of Ren or something, and like I hope that you just see Luke just come out and just like decimate all of them.
That's
just completely just like destroy all.
He's supposed to have that power where he doesn't need a lightsaber. He can just blow everything to pieces around him. But Luke's motto is the dark side, or the Jedi must end, because the Jedi has certain protocols and the Sith has certain protocols. So obviously Sith must end because bad people, the First Order, they're all like bad. So you don't want that. And he said the Jedi must end because the Jedi have certain things that dissuades
it was like
two.
It was like a two stark differences.
Yeah,
there was no in between.
You like remember Qui-Gon, how he wasn't part of the Jedi Council because of his ways, but he was a Jedi because he was a kick butt person. But I think he's leaning towards Qui-Gon because Qui-Gon is one of those characters that goes.
That's how they pick out all the Jedi. They're just like, this kid's going to kick butt. We need him.
but we're not going to let
Come
you in
get
the
this
council.
kid.
You're really good, but sorry, kid. Better luck next time. Here's your bagel.
But I've heard
seedless.
I've heard arguments that Disney just wants to keep away from anything to do with the prequels. But I don't think that's necessarily true because there were several prequel references in The Force Awakens.
There were, yeah.
Like with the
Jar Jar.
the Clone Army and Ewan McGregor's voice was even in it.
Oh yeah, I remember when Kylo Ren, he said like we should have stuck with the clones, and then Hux was like, nah, screw that. And then I wish
that's exactly what he said. If he did, that movie would have been 10 out of 10 for me if he just said that on screen.
Nah, screw that stuff. Yeah. You know what? Nah. But I wish they would bring back clones. Like they like Kylo Ren says, you know what, Hux? Stab to the face, and then like he brings back clones, and like because when everybody looks back at how stormtroopers acted compared to clones, stormtroopers were like waterheads. They just ran around.
There was a really interesting theory that I saw that makes sense about like why the stormtroopers are so weak. And because everyone asks like, why do they wear the armor? The armor doesn't do anything.
Actually, the armor is
the armor's strong. The theory is that the theory is that like, so if you watch A New Hope, and in like when everyone's running to get onto the Millennium Falcon, and they're in Mos Eisley, and the stormtroopers come out and they start shooting and everything. If you look and you see when Han shoots, he shoots his gun and there's like a huge explosion above the roof. And the theory is that a lot of the rebels, since they're basically outlaws, have gotten these highly like modified guns that are on the black market kind of thing. And so when these stormtroopers are getting shot, they're basically getting shot with like mini rocket launchers because these things are just so powerful.
And also the thing with stormtroopers is that stormtroopers don't die. In the movies, when you see them get shot and they fall over and die, they're not dying. They're falling unconscious.
They died, but they lived.
They get shot, but it never goes through because the plastoid they're wearing, the armor is so strong. and the blast from the blasters are so strong as well, it knocks them unconscious. All stormtroopers are brought back and put into bacta tanks for healing, and then put out back into war or battle. Nobody really dies in Star Wars. The blasters never kill anybody unless they get like chopped up by Vader or someone.
What about the Ewoks that got blown up?
Yeah, they're dead.
There's no hope.
You know the robot chicken Boba Fett coming back? Yeah, that all happened. It's true. It's true. I'm back from the dead.
At the end of Empire Strikes Back, didn't Leia have a stormtrooper blaster when she was shooting back at the stormtroopers?
Yes.
I think so.
And let me tell you, the red is a cheaper type of blast. The red is it's synthetic. It's garbage. Green is more powerful. The blue, as we all know, when they used it in the Clone Wars, were ion shots for the droids so that they can get screwed up pretty good. And then I think what else? There's yellow but green is like the more higher powerful. That's why you see them on turbo lasers on the warships and TIE fighters and interceptors and all whatnot, because they're really high powerful blasters.
Gotcha. See, that makes sense to me. Makes a lot, because you see that like throughout all the movies.
Yeah, that's why
I was so glad when Battlefront 2, like when they showed footage of the Clone Wars, because I was like, they better do like some actual blue lasers. That was like my one thing that was just going to drive me crazy if they didn't have the blue lasers. They drove me
crazy because they did not use blue blaster fire. They used red on the arc blasters. It was the arc blasters, and I'm pretty sure.
But like the regular clone troopers, like the regular like classic clone trooper rifle and like smaller sidearm are blue.
Really? Because
those ones are blue.
I was focusing hardcore on the arc blasters to see if they fired blue. It really was.
I think the pistols shoot red.
I don't think I've ever noticed what color the blasters were in those games.
Me and Ian's like, dang it, they got it wrong again. Bloody people.
Pretty much.
But we're heading on for a long podcast, so we're gonna want to close it up.
And, I think I think this is about the limits that we set aside. So before anyone falls asleep or gets bored.
And we don't really know like how often we're going to do this. This is kind of in a lot of ways a test to see what you guys think of it. So if you enjoy this, please make sure to leave a like and tell us what you enjoyed about it, what more you'd like to see in the next one, just so that it can be a little bit more refined next time. But I mean, I enjoyed this. I thought this was great.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys think, and it's definitely something that I'm interested in continuing.
Yeah, me too.
So so feedback would be...
Yeah, these talks are fun. I get to talk about Ian's fingers, finally.
Awesome.
I'm trying to be quiet because I feel like my mic is picking up a lot, and I'm trying to laugh quietly.
No, you just sound like a creep.
I can sort that out.
Yeah, I'm not trying to sound like I'm whispering the entire time.
All right.
Well, gosh, whatever happened to Force Ghost Darth Vader Bandai Kid? Yeah.
Pete,
am I the only one
didn't we have
who
some photos of that on the...
Yeah, it's out already, but it just never came to America.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just felt like saying that anyway. Anybody want some candy blue Vader? I do. Here you go, kids. Have his cape. Here's his helmet. Here's his lightsaber. Don't choke on it.
It's definitely a strange concept for a model kit.
That is very
especially since you can see all the pieces. Yeah, it's odd. It's very odd.
All right,
guys. Let's wrap this up, and thanks for listening. And hopefully we'll catch you again on the next podcast.
And just real fast before we close, those of you that are watching on my channel, make sure to go and check these two guys out if you don't know about them yet. Go check Easy Company Gaming out. He does a lot of 1/12 scale stuff. Reviews, they're awesome. They're really cool, really in-depth, detailed reviews. And then
stop that, silly man.
And then Chili does a lot of, like we were talking about earlier, a lot of the model kits, and he does not just Star Wars but World War II stuff, and I think he do some more recent stuff too, more recent era.
I'm mostly a fan of modern armor, so that's usually what I stick to. But yeah. So
make sure to go check those guys out if you haven't yet. They're awesome. They're really good YouTubers. And Chili, I'm waiting for a V17 or a PBY. I'm waiting for that.
Yes.
Oh no.
I'm putting you on the spot right now.
I'm waiting on Ian's Grievous and your Grievous. You guys haven't put any up, and I want to see it.
I'm excited for it. I think it'll be good.
Definitely.
So.
Right.
Alrighty.
Thanks for that.
We're gonna wrap it up and have a good night, day. If you're on the toilet and you made it this far and you haven't pinched it off yet, pinch it off and like this video.
We would appreciate it.
And on that note. All right.
Well,
okay, I'm signing out. Thanks, guys.
All right. See you guys later.
Oh, are we supposed to leave? I don't know what to do.